Ah, isn't it funny? How they thought they could just do whatever they wanted and get away with it. How they thought they could wound you, rip your heart open, watch the life drain out of you and walk away without a scratch. They thought they were so clever, so untouchable. But here's the punchline, my friends, nobody walks away from the mess they make forever. You see, their cruelty, every cold word, every manipulative game, every single little betrayal that doesn't disappear. It festers, it grows, and eventually it catches up with them. Ladies and gentlemen, you've felt it, haven't you? The sting of their actions, the way they made you feel small, insignificant, the way they played with your emotions, like your heart was nothing more than a toy they could toss aside when they got bored. They saw your kindness as weakness. They saw your love as something they could exploit. They used you plain and simple. And when they were done, they walked away without a second glance, leaving you to pick up the shattered pieces. But here's the thing about life, it's patient. Smirks life waits and it watches, and the very same cruelty they unleashed on you, well, it's lurking in the shadows now, waiting to pounce. Oh yes, their time is coming, and it's going to be brutal. You see, they thought they could outrun the consequences of their actions, thought they could skip off into the sunset with no repercussions. But you can't outrun karma.
Please take this short break from your video to support our channel by getting yourself merch. Enjoy the rest of the video.
And trust me, when it does, it's not going to be pretty. They're going to feel the pain they inflicted on you. Oh, they will. It'll come in waves, hitting them when they least expect it. It'll be in the empty moments, the quiet nights, when they're left alone with their thoughts. That's when it'll creep in, the regret, the guilt, the realization that they're the ones responsible for the mess they're drowning in. And don't think for a second they won't try to blame someone else. That's what people like them do, right? They point fingers, they shift blame, they act like the victims in a story they created. Chuckles, it's almost pathetic, isn't it? Watching them scramble, trying to rewrite the narrative, trying to make themselves look like the heroes when they were the ones who tore everything apart in the first place. But no matter how hard they try, no matter how loud they cry for sympathy, they can't escape the truth. They can't run from the fact that they caused this, that they are the reason their world is crumbling around them. And you? Pauses, grinning, you're watching it all unfold from a distance, aren't you? You're seeing the cracks form, seeing their perfect little facades to break. And maybe, just maybe, you're starting to realize that you were never the weak one. No, you were always the strong one. You were the one who survived. You were the one who kept moving forward, even after they tried to destroy you. But them, they're stuck. Stuck in the web of their own making. Stuck in the lies, the manipulation, the cruelty they thought would never come back to bite them. And now it's all closing in on them. Let's take a moment, shall we? Let's think about what's really going on here. They thought they could replace you. They thought they could move on to someone else, someone new, and that you'd be forgotten like yesterday's news. But that's not how this story ends, is it? The truth is, they're haunted by you. They see your face in every corner of their life. They hear your voice in the quiet moments, feel your absence in every interaction they have. And that replacement? Laughs. Oh, they're starting to realize that no one else will ever measure up to you. That no matter how hard they try, they'll never find someone who gave as much as you did, who loved as deeply as you did. It's ironic, isn't it, how the very thing they thought would set them free, leaving you, moving on, has become their prison. Because now they're trapped. Trapped by the memories, trapped by the regret, trapped by the reality that they threw away the best thing they ever had. And it's eating them alive. You see, people like them, they're never satisfied. They always want more, always looking for the next thrill, the next high, the next person they can use and discard. But eventually they hit a wall. Eventually they run out of people to manipulate, run out of ways to distract themselves from the truth. And that's when it hits them. That's when they realize they've been running in circles, chasing after something they already had and lost. And here's where it gets really interesting. They thought they could come back, didn't they? They thought they could crawl back into your life when things didn't work out with the replacement. Thought they could show up at your door with a sad story and you'd welcome them back with open arms. But you're smarter than that, aren't you? You're not falling for their games anymore. You see them for who they really are now. You see the cracks in their armor, the emptiness in their promises. You've outgrown them. You've moved on. And now they're the ones left in the cold. Now they're the ones feeling the sting of rejection, the ache of loneliness. Now they're the ones who have to live with the consequences of their actions. And it's a bitter pill to swallow. But that's the beauty of it, isn't it? The tables have turned. The power they once held over you, it's gone. And in its place, there's nothing but their own guilt, their own shame, their own regret. It's funny, really. They thought they were so clever, so in control. They thought they could toy with your emotions, string you along, and walk away without a care in the world. But now, they're the ones tangled up in their own mess, while you've risen above it all. They're haunted by the ghosts of their own actions. Every cruel word, every manipulative move, every moment they thought they were getting away with something, it's all coming back to them now, and it's not going away. No matter how much they try to ignore it, no matter how much they try to distract themselves, the truth is always there, lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike. And it will. Oh, it will. You see, karma doesn't operate on anyone's schedule. It's patient. It waits. And when it hits hard. And they're about to feel the full force of it. Every selfish decision, every lie, every betrayal, it's all coming back around and there's no escape. They're going to look back and realize that they had something real with you. They're going to see that they threw away the one person who actually cared about them, who actually wanted to make things work. And they're going to regret it. Deeply. But here's the thing, they can't undo what's been done. They can't take back the hurt they caused, the damage they inflicted. They can't erase the past. All they can do now is live with it. And that, my friends, is their punishment. That is their karma. They're going to be haunted by their own cruelty for the rest of their lives. Every time they look in the mirror, every time they think about what they lost, it's going to be there, staring them in the face. And there's nothing they can do to make it go away. But you're free. You've broken the chains they tried to wrap around you. You've risen above their games, their lies, their manipulation. You've become stronger because of what they put you through. And now, you're untouchable. But let me tell you something, don't even waste your time waiting for their downfall. Oh no, don't sit around hoping to catch a glimpse of their misery, because that would still give them power over your mind. They don't deserve a single second of your thoughts anymore. The beauty of your freedom is that you get to move on. You get to live. You get to thrive while they wallow in the wreckage of the chaos they created. You don't need their suffering as validation of your worth. You were always worth more than they could ever see, and now it's time for you to see that. Here's what you do, you walk away. You walk away and close the door behind you, lock it, bolt it, nail it shut if you must, because you're not going back there. Not to the pain, not to the games, not to the lies. You walk away and don't look back. Let them have their regret. Let them carry their shame. You don't need it anymore. You've risen above their petty little world, and nothing they do or say can touch you now. And remember, in the end, the best revenge isn't in watching them crumble, it's in becoming untouchable. It's in your silence, your success, your peace. The greatest victory is living a life that makes their absence insignificant. So go on, take that power back, and let them rot in the mess they made. You've already won, and they're just now realizing it. So let them live with their regret. Let them sit in the mess they created for themselves. Let them feel the weight of their actions bearing down on them, day after day, because that's their burden to carry now, not yours. And in the end, that's the ultimate justice, isn't it? They thought they could destroy you, but all they did was destroy themselves. And when the dust finally settles, when the echoes of their chaos fade into the distance, you'll be standing tall, untouched by the storm they tried to unleash upon you. That's when you'll realize you never needed their validation, their approval, or their weak apologies. The moment you chose yourself over their toxicity, you won. You became untouchable, and that's the part they'll never be able to undo. They'll see you rising, thriving, growing, while they sink deeper into the pit they dug for themselves. So let them feel the weight of their regret. Let them live with the consequences of their cruelty. But you'll be long gone. You'll be free, unburdened, and soaring higher than they ever imagined. Because in the end, the real power, the real justice was never about seeing them fall. It's about knowing you rose above. And that's the kind of victory they can never take away from you.